When you make things, you think this is pretty good, but then you realize this could be better. And then you realize you can make it even better. But when do you stop? Sega never stopped. The Genesis and the Mega Drive had 3 core revisions, but the Model 1 with 8 revisions, the Model 2 had 7, and the Model 3 had 2. That's 17 console revisions. Though the Model 3 was by Majesco Entertainment and not Sega themselves, that still leaves 15 OEM revisions through 9 years. It's crazy. That's a little over 2 revisions a year. Hi, Pedro here, and today I'm going to show you how to install the Gamers Antiquity USB-C mod for the Sega Genesis Model 2. If you want to pick up one of these little guys for yourself, head over down to renewedgamingrelics.com to check out all the goods and services I provide. Despite its many revisions, this mod fits all of them and follows the same process to install. Before we get started, we need to make sure that we get 9 volts out of this little guy. Good to go. Tearing down the unit is super easy. Unscrew the 4 bottom screws and take off the top shell. Look throughout the perimeter of the motherboard and continue to remove the screws holding the RF shield in place. Then the 2 screws that are beside the cartridge slot and the screw on the voltage regulator. With that out of the way, desolder the power port. There are bends in the legs, so it may take a little extra wiggling and bending to take out. We're all good eggs here, and always clean the pads. On all revisions of the M2 motherboard, input ground on the CMC will be the lead closest to where the power port was towards the inside of the motherboard, and input power on the CMC will be the leg closest to where the power port was towards the edge of the motherboard. Now, if you're ever unsure of ground, power, or other connections, use your multimeter on continuity mode and listen for the beeps. To get the little guy in place, remove the film from underneath and place it firmly against the edge of the motherboard and the AV port. The loop will have the screw post go through it. Connect the black lead to ground on the CMC and the red lead to power on the CMC. Some revisions will have white on vias on the input planes, so you can solder directly to them. You can also solder the leads directly to the legs of the CMC, no problem. This revision has wide enough vias to solder to, so I'll be using them. A little flux and a little solder, and we're almost done. Reassemble! You may later find that you will need to use a stepper bit to widen the hole for the power port 2 steps if you find yourself unable to plug in the USB-C cable. A job isn't finished if you don't test it. That just about does it for this video. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.